Hello, this is Darius with Divine Numerology, telling you what the numbers are saying to you today. I'm here in Mount Shasta living my best life, and I'm here with Veruschka, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what Rose Yoga tapping into heart courage is all about. It actually, you know what, I calculated in numerology, and I found out that Rose Yoga, the term itself, actually comes out to a 6. So, what does that see? 6 being love, harmony, balance, it's dealing with family, the heart making a person feel at home within. How does that work with your work?
I love that it means feeling at home within because I wasn't aware of all these details. And for me, it's exciting to hear Rose Yoga is about a 6 because it is all about self love. And whenever I see the number 15, I always add it up to 6, and I'm always thinking, like, that means I love you. So whenever I see
Yeah.
6 and 15, I always think, I love you. And I just feel like we can't say enough to ourselves, I love you, because of all the healing and non-love and unlovability we've practiced in our life. So whenever I see and think of 6, I'm always like, I love you.
Awesome.
And I think even Mr. Rogers said 6 was his favorite number because it means I love you.
Yeah, he did. He did. Cool, cool. So, now I also know that something that is in your work is EFT, which is emotional freedom techniques. And in this particular case, we're talking about tapping. But could you tell us a little bit more about EFT, what that is?
Yeah, it's basically tapping on our meridian, our energy system. You know, in Chinese medicine, it's all about repairing the flow of energy. And in this case, it's a self applied modality where we are tapping on acupressure points while honoring our negative feelings, like negative emotions about traumatic or challenging events we've had in our lives, and bringing them to the forefront of our minds and adding in love, acceptance, and
Yes.
forgiveness. So it's basically what I like to call it psycho-spiritual work, that we're using our psychology, identifying feelings, and talking to our body. And that's why people often can cure and resolve issues they've had long standing, including myself, PTSD. You can clear it in 1 to 3 sessions because it's different than talk therapy in the sense that we're actually including our body, and that's why there is a change, because the body's always listening.
That makes sense. I know from personal experience, um, when I've noticed people talk to me, and if they, depending on what they say, when they touch me at the moment of them saying it, I can feel the energy actually going into me. It's really interesting. So if that's the case, tapping and releasing that, it must have a very powerful effect. You know what? In numerology, I was able to actually calculate Verushka's name, and it came out to a 2, which is all about cooperation. It's about balance, but it also comes out to an 11 in her name as well, which is illumination. It is that a lot of motivational speakers have that 11 energy going on, people that inspire others. But one of the prime energies of 2 is that bringing up together. It's about cooperation and balance and teamwork. And so I was just asking, how does the 2 show up in your work?
Well, that's interesting because 2 is all about, my work is all about honoring our polarity and embracing the paradox, what I like to say, embracing the paradox of life, that we are inherently good, bad. We might deem things as right, wrong, when really, from an observer standpoint, it's really about coming into neutrality, because it's all about perspective. If something bad might happen in our lives, but in the end it turned out to be a good thing because all this other stuff happened in your life. So was that thing wrong? All right. So I'm all about, like, creating the balance in our perspective and coming into neutralization, of the paradox. So it is like creating balance in our yin yang and also our masculine feminine, and really like stepping up to take responsibility for any wounding of our own inner masculine and feminine. So I'd like to say that it really resonates with me what you said.
Heck yeah, I'm glad to hear that too. It's really cool to do someone's chart and then look at how it's actually showing up in their life, which happens a lot. So, today happens to be a day that resonates with the number 4. It's the 13th and that's all about structure. It's all about things that have been in place for a long time. But 13 is the number of transformation. And so a lot of these emotional freedom techniques create that transformation from what I'm hearing within a person. So I actually, so in numerology, I calculated the entire name, Rose Yoga Tapping into Heart Courage, and I got the number 8, which represents, abundance and power. How does that work? So that the idea of power, how does that interrelate? I noticed you're wearing some interesting earrings too. She's got the 8 earrings, the double 8 earrings, and not just that, she's got the 88 earrings. We just had Lionsgate, and we're in Mount Shasta, which equals 88. So you got a whole bunch of 8s, and then Rose Yoga Tapping into Courage, the Heart Courage. When I calculate it, comes out to the 8. So that I like it when those little cool things happen like that.
Well, yeah.
So what? Yeah.
Well, my life is all about synchronicity, so this is it's blowing my mind, and it also really resonates with me. I just made these earrings for myself last week, and they just, the infinity symbol for me, it's, about the balance of like giving and receiving, and again, balance. But really, it's about self-empowerment. And like, I created this new podcast last week that's live now, Rose Yoga Tapping into Heart Courage. So him breaking down and saying it's the 8, like, I'm surprised, and I'm not surprised with everything's been adding up to 8 this week. And I don't even dabble that much in numerology. But basically, it is about this promoting self-empowerment and also reaching a wider audience to hear this information, because you don't have to believe anything for it to work. And it really is a time for us to start questioning, showing more curiosity to everything in ourselves, questioning tradition. Is it really working? Is it really serving you? And really coming into your own sovereignty and your own power. And that way we really have a chance to, I feel like we're in a time of the changing of the guard, where the younger people are bringing in the truth. They're getting more downloads. They're seeing things more that maybe us older generations who have more trauma, more beliefs, like, we're here to assist each other. Right. And so that empowerment through like social media, right? Like that, what you're saying, the 8 being like the social world, like, okay, now I have a chance to share my voice in all these other mediums, but it's in benefit for the collective, for the individual to become self-empowered and ground that down. And for me, it's all about anchoring heaven on earth, and Mount Shasta so represents like, bringing it down the mountain, grounding down like our spirit, like incarnating more fully while we're alive, and, enjoying our life.
Yes. So how can people get a hold of you?
You can go to Spotify, Rose Yoga Tapping into Heart Courage. My website's there. I offer one-on-one sessions over the phone, over Zoom, in person, personal destination retreats, and have several online programs that are very economical and thorough, and it's all about changing your mind and your body. And next month I have an 8-week program coming up called Temples of Gaia, which is all about balancing our inner yin and yang and clearing old pain signatures and up-leveling ourselves in body, mind, and spirit. And this is my purpose and soul work, and it will change your life.
Nice. So thank you for being here in this very nice surroundings. And I will say that if anyone is interested in how to get a hold of Veruschka, the information will be contained in the notes, the show notes at the bottom. And if any of you would be interested in a reading, a consultation, numerology, I use the Divine Trifecta, which is the use of numerology, Vedic astrology, and tarot all at the same time. And so if you ever are interested in that, feel free to reach out to me at Divine Numerology 1515. This has been Darius Oliver here with Veruschka in Mount Shasta. Peace.